the gauge R&R is less than 10%, your measurement system is good. When it is 10 to 30%, conditionally good. When it is more than 30%, not at all acceptable. Clear? And now, somebody tell me, what do I mean by conditionally acceptable? When will you accept an error of 10 to 30%? When are you supposed to accept an error in the range of 10 to 30% and still conduct your project? Because the other two, the decisions are very clear. Less than 10%, your extraordinary measurement system. And more than 30%, definitely no, a useless measurement system. I'm not going to collect the data. But when my measurement system error, which is gauge R&R, which is precision tolerance ratio, is in the range of 10 to 30%, I say conditionally acceptable. Let us take an example. Let us say you are measuring some dimension. Target is 100 mm. Customer gives you a tolerance of plus or minus 0.5. That means what is your upper specification limit? 100.5. Lower specification limit, 99.5. And now target is understood. Upper specification limit is understood. Lower specification limit also understood. And now your error region is indicated in the gray color, right? See here. All right. And see here. Conformance zone. What is conformance zone? The zone in which error will not come into play. The zone where error will not come into play. But the gray area are called uncertainty zone, where your error will play its role in your decision making. Ultimately, what are we trying to do? We wanted to take correct decision. Isn't it? When error is allowed to play, what will happen? Your decision will change. Instead of taking a correct decision, you may take a wrong decision. But here in the conformance zone, error will not play.
Yeah,
right?
That's the accepted risk.
Yes. But here, uncertainty zone, your error will play. For example, let me take something from the error is, I have written here, 0.1, 0.1. What is 0.1? What is the tolerance range? Can somebody tell me? 100.5 here?
0.5.
100.5 right side, 99.5 left side. So the entire range is equal to 1 unit. What is 10% of 1 unit? 0.1. So 10% is permissible. No, that 0.1 I have written here. Now let us consider a reading which can appear in the uncertainty zone. Now that reading is found to be 100.45. 100.45. What is your error? 10%, which is 0.1, isn't it? 10% of 1 mm is 0.1. And now 100.45, your measurement system can measure it as plus or minus 0.1. Let us include plus. 100.45 plus 1 is how much?
10.55. 100.55.
100.55. Is it inside the spec or outside the spec?
Outside.
Now your decision is reversed.
Yes.
Your product is actually 100.45, but when the error is playing its part, now you are noting the reading as 100.55 instead of accepting the product. Now you rejected your product. This is called type 1 error. This is called type 1 error. The product is good, but you rejected it. Now who is losing? Manufacturer. Now this is called a manufacturer's risk. Manufacturer risk is otherwise called as type 1 error. All of you are with me on this?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Now another thing is also possible.
It is only happen when the error is closer to upper specification limit or lower specification.
Yes, that is why we are often advising you to bring your control limit inside.
Yes.
Don't go closer to the specification limit. That is dangerous zone for you. Don't work in the border. Rather come inside the center of the country. You are safe. Border is always dangerous, isn't it? Something like that. And now 100.5 we understood. Suppose if the real reading is 100.55. 100.55 means the product should be rejected. But now your again measurements error is playing.
Yes.
Now it is playing in a negative way, negative bias or negative something. So 100.55 minus 0.1 will be how much?
100.45.
104.5. Now 104.5 will be inside the spec. But what is reality? Your product is a bad one, out of spec. But your quality engineers are putting, accepting it. Now who is under trouble now? Customers. A bad part is going to the market. Now this is called consumer's risk. This is otherwise called type 2 error. Both the type 1 error, type 2 error can happen frequently if you keep your zone of uncertainty broader. That is why it can be it can be as low as possible, but the permissible level is 10%. Who is giving this permissible level? AIAG, Automotive Industry Action Group. The guidelines were developed by Association of Automotive Industries. Of course, it is applicable for all industries, right? And so your uncertainty zone should be as narrower as possible. And now I am putting all the parts you are producing. Of course, you are producing everything inside the spec. Now, I categorized your product into 10 different zones. 5 on the left side, 5 on the right side. Now, this bar represents 10% of your output. This bar represents another 10% of your output. Now, what percentage of your outputs are under trouble? 20% of your outputs are under trouble when you have a gauge R&R of 10%. Am I right?
Yes.
Which is not good. That is why better don't produce anything around the specification limit. So remove this. Make sure you produce everything well inside the center, towards the center, to keep your control limit here. Now, do you think the error will come into play? If you produce here, closer to the control limit, error cannot play. Even if it plays, you will put it here. But decision is not
from
reversing.
the uncertainty zone.
Your
It
decision
will be
is
far away.
Yeah,
from
far
the
away.
Uncertainty zone.
Your decision is not
Uncertainty zone.
perfectly. Your decision is not changing. That is why that is what we always say. Upper control limit will include 99.73% of your output. If you can keep your control limit closer to the center, you can be away from the uncertainty zone. Hope it is clear, right? And so when you are here, when your control limits are here, 10% will certainly do for you. Do you think 30% also will do?
No.
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 But I'm not giving any value. But if your control limit is well inside, sometimes 30% can also play in your decision making. You can still restrict. You can still take correct decision even with the 30% error, for which your control limit will be too closer to the center. When it is 6 sigma level, when your process is operating at a 6 sigma level, your control limit will be exactly at the center. Between the process center and the specification limit, it will be at the center, isn't it? And under such situation, maybe sigma level has nothing to do with here. But when you ensure your control limits are closer to the center or away from the uncertainty zone, sometimes even 30% error may not affect. It is only under such situation you can still proceed collecting the data. Otherwise not. Hope it is clearly understood by all of you. Am I right? And what we do is we will